So let's talk about long-term memory, the one everybody really cares about. For example, can you overload your long-term memory? We just overloaded short-term. Can you do that with long-term? Some people say yes. Anybody say no? Actually, you can't. The more you learn, the more you can learn. If you were here yesterday, you learned that the brain grows dendrites. And the more you learn, the more dendrites your brain grows. And I like this quote that basically lets you think about memory not so much as a container that can fill up, but more like a tree growing more branches onto which more information can be hung. All right, another question I want to ask you is, once something gets into your long-term memory, how long does it remain there? Does it stay there for the rest of your life? How many say yes? How many say no? How many say, well, it depends? Right? If you think, there's no way to design an experiment to find out the answer to this question. However, we have a lot of anecdotal evidence that leads psychologists to believe that a lot of what we ever put in there is still there. We just can't access it. We can't retrieve it. So have you ever heard some music playing, or maybe smelled something cooking or baking, or smelled some flowers or some cologne, and suddenly a memory from the past jumped out at you? Has that happened? Yes. And because of those experiences that we have, psychologists believe that a lot of the information you ever put in there is still there. The problem is we don't have the right retrieval cue to get it, to find it in our memory, okay? And then suddenly, if it just happens to show up, there's that memory surfacing. However, just be aware, and we'll talk about this more in my next lecture, we do forget things. Our memories do change based on other experiences we have and the passage of time. And so it's not always in there the way we put it in. And we'll talk about that at the next lecture.